Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the monthly Idiots in Cars, our one last remaining, well, non-Captain Sparkles subreddit. We begin with number 19. Drunk, dumb guy backed into my brother's car and tried to claim he was partially liable. Hold on. Let's enhance. What the frick? I don't understand how you can claim that people not moving inside of a vehicle and standing around the vehicle are somehow liable. I wouldn't have hit you if you hadn't put your car there in the first place, okay? It's like running into anybody on the road, having a collision, being like, yeah, but if you didn't leave home today, and all these other people on the road didn't leave home today, so they couldn't have also been in the spot that you were occupying when I hit you, I wouldn't have hit you. So therefore, it's actually your fault indirectly, because if you simply didn't exist, if you were never born, then I wouldn't have hit your car. So really, it's your parents' fault for having you as a child and then feeding you and growing you up like a tree that grows with photosynthesis into a large full tree trunk of a person, and then you parked there. And I took that personally. Guy thinks he's cool and weaves in and out of the cones in traffic. Oh, dude, he's hitting the slalom. Let's go. There's a part of me that, even though, yes, this is kind of an idiot maneuver, I can't say that I haven't thought intrusive thoughts about doing this in a traffic zone before. And this guy was just like, you know what? It's finally time to let the intrusive thoughts win. And he went for it. It was clean. He was hitting it, dude. He's got to keep the tires warm. I mean, it's on you see the curve, right? It's curving to be fully visible. There's nothing going on in there. It's a full open lane. Why not? I'm not even mad, even though, my official stance is, of course, you should follow the law of the cones and not do this. I'm not really mad. So she asked, why did you swerve into my lane? All right, we're cruising. Everything's going well. It's merging, okay. We're merging. He's in the lane that's being merged into, though. It is his lane. And now... Ooh. I should have, I heard a bad word get uttered there. Really went for the gap there. Just, oh, I didn't even see that little hubcap just went popping off and rolling down the road. What did you think was going to happen? Like, I'm actually amazed that they didn't just go into the hydrant there and start a big old water main burst or something like that. That was just like there was no room. There was no gap. There was even less room than when Lando Norris and Max Verstappen came together at the Red Bull Ring. There was even less room than that. What were you thinking? Also, by the way, make sure to like the video and leave a comment for the algorithm about my 5-head. Pretty please. And my girlfriend found the cutoff queen the other day. Is it going to be another merge? And we're going to get a similar situation. Oh, it looked like maybe they avoided contact. It's really hard to tell. I think they're good. Wait, is there more? There's no way there's more after that. Wait, oh my God, wait. They're going to be like, on second thought, I don't need to make a left turn, and they're going to just cut in front of someone. Is that what's going to happen? Oh, no, they didn't. Okay, wait for it. I was wrong, but wait for the merge. Is it going to be all the way to the fast lane in like a half a second? No, I'm just going to cut off a truck. Okay. I thought they were going to go all the way over to the one lane in 2 seconds, but you're right. They did do a really quick blinker. Actually, no, they didn't do a quick blinker there, but they did use a blinker to turn left. I have actually, I've been really close to somebody hitting me in this exact same situation before, where they try to merge in because someone has stopped turning into a driveway or something like that. And I had to make some real freaking evasive maneuvers and fortunately didn't get hit, but it was a close one. Man tries to steal motorcycle and put it in his car trunk. That's ambitious. Okay. He's like, man, I really didn't realize that motorcycles are heavy before trying to steal one. Wow, that's... I'm just curious if he thought... Did he think he was gonna, like, actually just lift it and, like, put it in there? They weigh like 400 pounds. Even like a small little sport bike weighs like 400 pounds. And this guy is just like, here we go. Yeah. I'm just not sure what he thought he was going to do, even if he got it up. This is clearly, the funny thing is, like, not trying to give any outlaws tips, but you would think that you would practice this before going and trying to do the real thing. You'd like have a prop or something and you would go do this and you'd be like, oh frick, you know, these are heavy. Or you'd at least look up what's the weight of a motorcycle. So you could see if you could at least even try to have it sticking out. And then you'd be like, no, officer, I swear my bike just broke down. This is how I decided to tow it, with it sticking out the back of my car. My car is just, yeah, it's sort of bending back. We're kind of driving on two wheels. Good thing it's a front-wheel drive car. You'd lose your grip. Anyway. Good times. Probably shouldn't click on this one. So the bridge was closed due to high-sided vehicles due to the storm. Oh God. So they specifically had a sign saying, "Do not drive on the bridge if you are big truck." This person either was like, "I really have to make it to the drop-off," or they didn't see it. And yeah, there was a truck in the other direction as well, wasn't there? Oh, God. The other one seems to be chilling. Like, he's doing okay. Maybe that one just is more weighed down, lower center of gravity. This one isn't quite as weighed down. So maybe he dropped off his load, actually, and he just didn't want to wait to get back, or he has to pick up the next one. Yeah, I don't know. Either way, dude, that's got to be harrowing to deal with. That's wild. Like, you can even feel in a low-profile car when you've got strong wind. I can't imagine. I can't imagine doing it in a big truck. I've never driven a big truck. At the risk of riskiness, political views over full vision. Politics aside on this one, maybe their vision is political, because literally that's all they can actually see is the vision of the sign that they have on the front of their windshield, which is definitely not a legal way to display any sort of anything, politics or not. You can't obstruct your windshield with a big old piece of paper covering the place where you're supposed to be able to see people. So that's questionable decision making on... I don't know. Selfishly, I actually like to be able to see what's happening out front, so I don't hit something and then have to face the consequences of hitting that thing, whatever it is. Hopefully not a person. So, like, from a selfish perspective, I don't think I'd want to do that. But anywho, I'm not the only one that gets triggered by this behavior, right? Oh, the just blocking the intersection after the light turns. Maybe or maybe not. Oh, it's okay. It's green arrow. Maybe. Oh no, there. And now we're stuck. Yeah. That person really going for it, right? That was ambitious. I thought the Challenger was ambitious. The Challenger wasn't even the ambitious one. You were the ambitious one. That's impressive right there. Dude, there are a few less, like, curling up into a ball moments than when you misjudge and you're like, I think I can get across, right? There's either a lot of time left on the light or it's moving. You think it's going to keep moving after you get across the intersection, then it stops. And you're like, oh God. No, I swear I thought I was going to make it. All indicators pointed to I was going to be able to make it. And then you're like sticking out into the intersection and you're like, surely somebody came behind me so that they're the bad guy and it's not me, right? It's them. People are going to be honking at them because it's not me. And then you're like, oh no, I'm sticking like, I'm a little, oh frick. It doesn't happen often. It is very rare, but sometimes you can misjudge. That was dumb what happened there. But there are certain times where you can misjudge and you're like, oh frick, please, nobody, if I stick my head in the sand, nobody knows that I'm here anymore. If I'm not making eye contact, I don't exist. You revert to like baby logic. Oh, it's the worst. Local group failed to yield to a cop at power outage, four-way stop. Bro, I actually had the most like confusing thing happen to me the other day. Okay, I'll have to get into it after. Okay, stopping. There's police officer there. Come on, man. What are you doing? It couldn't be more obvious. The police officer is right there. God, even if you had the right of way on that one, just let him go. That's crazy. That's crazy. What are you gonna do? Like, even if the cop was in the wrong, you're gonna honk at the cop? Really? You're gonna do that? Is it worth it? Oh my God. Oh, that was self-preservation not high on this person. I had the most confusing thing happen the other day though. I'm pulling up to a light and it's red and then I see it go orange in the other direction and I'm preparing to move because I see that going orange in the opposite way, so it's going to turn green. And then all of a sudden the light goes off. Like it just goes out to nothing. And I'm like, huh? What? And then, sorry, orange, yellow, what the frick ever, you know what I mean. And then all of a sudden it starts blinking. I'm like, am I seeing things? I turn to my left. There's a worker who's working on the lights. He's like flicking the switches inside of the box that controls the lights. I was like so confused. He was doing maintenance on it, but it happened right as I got there. I arrived as he like flipped it to the blinking red and I was like, what am I doing? So anyway, if you ever see blinking red lights, treat it as a stop sign. I ran into one of those optional stop signs today. Classic optional stop signs. If you don't think you see any cars going the opposite way, you can just not wait for it, which is cool. Huh? The worker is like, what? Huh? Yeah. All right. I guess he was just like, hey, you know what? Those other cars are going in my direction. He's not paying attention. I'm just gonna go because I don't have to go all the way. I just have to make the right turn there. So, to be fair, the worker kind of just seemed very unbothered. If I were in that situation, I would have been like, and then I would have turned to the other car and been like, But no, he's just, you go now too. Cool. Very unbothered. Caught my first accident. A totally wild merge. Yeah, we got a lot of merging problems today on the highways. Okay, you're doing a little merging. Oh, there's a merge there. Oh, that guy is just going crazy. What is he doing? Is he gonna stop? Because that honestly seemed like that was like some police chase action. This person was not of their right mind. No, like there's no way. What are you doing? You could have done so many other things. This was like some kind of like actually state of panic, having no idea how to react. Like you could have hit the brakes, you could have stopped, you could have slowed down, you could have done literally anything other than what you did. I'm completely shocked that they're not just speeding into the left lane and like trying to get away, because it totally seems like they were in a police chase and they're trying to run or something. Costco gas station hit and run away. What? They've managed to hit everything. Wait, what? What is going on? Oh, okay. That they're pulling away because they're worried about the explosion. I got it. I was like, what is she doing? Oh, yeah, I guess they hit the pump, so they're worried about a kaboom. What? So this is what happens is like people have these like weird panics where they start going and then they're like, oh shoot, I'm about to hit something. And then instead of hitting the brake, they just mash the throttle. And I'm worried that when I get to be an old person, like, will that be my response, that I'm just gonna I'm like, all logic is gonna go out the window and I'm gonna panic and I'm just gonna smash the throttle instead of the brake to stop? Like, I've never had that happen to me before. I've never hit the wrong pedal. But is that a thing when I'm older that could happen? Stop signs are apparently optional. I love optional stop signs. Good stuff. It's always, it's good to be looking over towards the people who are oncoming in order to check if there are any cars, rather than look at the car that's in front of you. That's definitely that's the way to do it. It's like, yeah, I know there's other cars on the road, but all I have to look at is over that way, right? I can just keep coasting forward while I'm looking over there, and we'll be good. We'll be solid. Surely I'm not going to hit the car in front of me that's also approaching the same stop sign. Definitely not going to happen. It's just driving with the head turned sideways like you're in a TV show or something, which always makes me so freaking nervous. I know they're being pulled in a car behind a trailer, but they're having conversations. They're holding onto the wheel, and they're talking they're just having a conversation with the head fully turned to the passenger while they're supposedly driving the car. And it's so uncomfortable. Why do they do this in shows? Just talk facing the road. What is this? Why are you doing this? Who talks like this while they're driving? Some of the people on this subreddit, probably. Thanks for attending our car show. Get home safe, and remember, no burnouts. All right, here we go. Big showing off. Big showing off. Are we going to get big showing off? Who's going to be the one to do big showing off and crash? Big burnout. Is he going bye-bye? It's very far down the road. Oh, that's a police officer down there. Yeah. Wait. I can't tell. Did he go off the road? Or is it just that the cop was about to... Looks like the cop just kind of blocked off the road in order to get other people. It doesn't seem like he actually started chasing or anything like that. This guy here is kind of blocked, and the smoke has blocked what actually ended up happening. I don't know if the guy got pulled over, if the cop was just like, all right, no more of this with you guys following. I'm not going to bother to chase him, but you guys don't get to continue. Tesla driver stops in front of an oncoming tram. Passenger flips it off. Like the Tesla passenger flips it off? I'm sorry, if you are a vehicle and you are blocking the train, you are automatically in the wrong. There is no situation ever where the train is in the wrong and inconveniencing you. You are in the wrong. Always. Every single time. How do you flip off a train? What has to be like going on in your head to be mad at the train? How can you be mad at a train? Has anyone ever been mad other than this person ever before at a train? Like, I guess I can understand maybe if the train like broke down in front of a crossing that you need to use to get somewhere, then you could be like, God, what the frick? Why do you have to break down train? But how else can you be mad at the train? I don't get it. It's a train. It's so weird. A bad driver never misses an exit. Okay, we got the big trucks. I didn't know you could have solar panels on the hood of the truck. They must get some real additional range. I wonder if you could probably trickle charge the battery with solar panels on the hood. Okay, who's got to make their exit? What? I gotta replay that to see what started that situation. Oh, okay. So I see. So it's this car brakes really hard to try to make the exit, forces the truck to swerve to avoid it, and then causes a whole crazy chain reaction. Jeez. Yeah, it wasn't immediately clear at first. I was like, why did the truck swerve like that? It's just the truck cannot stop as fast as the smaller vehicle in front of it. So that person was, yeah. Oh, God, I didn't even catch the insult to injury of this car here going reverse and then impacting the truck at the end. God dang, that was a domino effect. Jeez. Admittedly, it would have been better if the truck had just hit the car that was braking hard. Then the only person involved would have been the person who did the idiot maneuver instead of everybody else. But, you don't know what you're going to do in that moment of panic. Of course, no insurance. She didn't see nor hear the horn and said, we don't need to involve the police. Yeah, the person who did the brake check didn't even know anything happened behind them and was just like, I'm going to drive away, la 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 la. Anyway. It's just, like, this sort of situation always plays out in slow motion, because you're having that, like, internal dialogue with yourself, because you see the person reversing, and you're like, oh, it's fine, they're just reversing on the spot. They're reversing a little bit more than they need to. Surely they know there's a car behind them. If I honk, I'm going to seem like I'm overreacting, and they're going to be like, duh, dude, I'm not going to hit you, you're right there, I'm turning, like, I'm going to go forward now. And then you're like, but they're still going, do I honk? Should I honk? And then finally you're like, holy frick, I need to honk, and then they stop. And you're like, did they stop because I honked, or did I overreact? And in this case, they just kept going, and going, and going, and going, and going, and still going. And that car definitely has a backup camera, and they were still going. Driver tries to bully his way into a turning lane, rages, crashes. All right. He wants to make, I knew it was Australia because this is where they got the utes. Outside of the watermark. All right, he's trying to get in. It's funny because this car with the dash cam is actually leaving a gap, because it's like, I'm just not going to get into a fighting match with this person. I guess they can just get through. Now he's mad. I feel really bad for the people on the other side who got hit by this dude. But man, he must have felt like a real idiot on that one. Oh, man. It just... I'm mad. I'm going to accelerate quickly around you. Loses the rear. And goodbye. This, I would normally say, hey, don't turn off the traction control when you're driving, but this car may just not actually have traction control. I'm surprised it was actually able to spin up the rears that quickly. Maybe he souped it up. So, yep. But if you drive a car that doesn't have traction control, you should be aware of how to drive without traction control and not drive in a way that causes you to lose the rears. Anyway, that's it for the last month of Idiots in Cars. I hope you've enjoyed. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel for our once monthly Idiots in Cars, and that's it. I'll see you next time.